plaintiff, Leanne Harris, is legally married to the defendant, and she claims they have 3 children together. Leanne says when she was pregnant with their 3rd child, the defendant left her for his ex, whom he has a 4-year-old daughter with, and now he's denying paternity of all 3 of their children. Leanne petitioned the court for a paternity test. Defendant Eldrin Harris and his girlfriend Dahlia admit that Eldrin has doubts about fathering Leette's 3 children, but says that's because Leette cheated. Eldrin also claims a mutual friend told him that he wasn't the father, so he agreed to take the DNA test.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Yes. My husband, Eldrin Harris, and I met in September of 2011. Probably about 2 months into the relationship, he told me that he was expecting a little girl with Dahlia. And he told me that he had cheated on her, so she left. When December came around, the little girl was supposed to be born. We knew nothing about her, so we went on with our life. In January, I got pregnant with our oldest son. After that, 2014, I got pregnant with our 2nd son.
All right.
In July, I found out that we were expecting our 3rd baby. As of February of 2016, Dahlia returned into the picture after it's been 4.5 years and asked him if he wanted to see his daughter. I was all for it. As well as him, I was excited that he finally got to meet his first child. About a week or 2 later, he went to go see the little girl. I guess she did not know that he was married at the time because she kept saying, "Are you with your baby mama? Are you with your baby mama?" And eventually it got out that we were married. March, about 2 weeks later, I was due. I had our baby. I called him. He did not come to the hospital until 12 hours later. He named the baby, signed the birth certificate, everything. He sat there and took pictures with the baby, asked me if I was sure the baby was his because there was rumors that had went around during the first few months of my pregnancy that the 2 younger ones were not his. I told him there was no doubt in my mind that those children were his. He said, "Okay, I'm gonna take your word." My baby was born with issues. He was in ICU for the first few days of his life. And Eldrin continuously started saying that my baby was too black to be his, which my youngest baby is the same color as our oldest son. And a month later, he was living with Dahlia. April, he tried to come back home to me, and he
was living with her right around the time you delivered your child?
In February, he moved in with her, and as of April, he tried to come back home when the baby was almost a month old. He actually packed up his stuff and came back home.
She put him out?
No, he just packed up and said that, he said that this was just a test in our marriage. I actually have the paperwork as well where he texted me and told me that he did not care about her. She was just the mother of his child.
You have that text?
I do have
Let me
it.
see it. Let's see. I mean, she does have my child, but other than that, nah.
Yep.
And you say, "Oh, you sure?"
Yes.
But he does say, I mean, she does have my child, but other than that, nah.
Yeah. So he tried to come back home then.
You didn't tell him, nah.
I was willing because we are married and we do have 3 children involved. With him, it was not going to end pretty because every time me and him have an issue, he's just going to run to her, and every time they have issue, he's just going to run to me. So therefore, I figured my marriage was ruined. It was just ended. Therefore, he asked for a DNA test after he seen the baby and said he was too dark. He says his comment was that black baby is not mine, and he still to this day is denying my child. My son has plagiocephaly in his head and torticollis to where he has to wear a medical helmet. And I told his parents, because I've changed my number so I did not have to continue to get texts and calls from him, I told them to tell him what was going on with our 7-month-old baby. And that was the response back that I have gotten from his family that he has been saying about our 7-month-old baby.
Sir, let me hear from you.
Well, we met in September 2011, about a month after I got through talking with her. And I had just got through talking to her, so I was still kind of emotionally involved with her. And when we first met, I kind of told her, you know, what was going on and that I had another girl pregnant. And it was kind of, I was just trying to hurry up and find somebody to kind of replace her at the time. I had moved to Atlanta when I got my own apartment, and she used to come, well, she was staying when I first got there, and she had got pregnant with our second kid, which she had in August 2014. And so things was kind of rocky then too. I ended up kicking her out, and she was still pregnant.
Why'd you kick her out while she was pregnant with your child?
Just like cleaning, like she don't like to clean and cook and stuff like that, and I just couldn't get with it.
Okay,
Your Honor.
You know, and
because she didn't like to cook and clean, you put her out with your child?
Yeah, and then she had him, and a little bit after that, I ended up getting locked up. We was kind of still on and off.
Locked up for what?
Drug possession. And
okay, I knew it was something. Yeah, you were high when you told her that.
Nah.
Yeah.
You were high when you put her out with your child because she didn't cook and clean. That's some heavy stuff you was using.
Yeah.
You were delusional or something was wrong with you.
I told him there was no doubt in my mind that those children were his. He said, okay, I'm gonna take your word. And Eldrin continuously started saying that my baby was too black to be his, which my youngest baby is the same color as our oldest son. And a month later, he was living with Dahlia.
Plaintiff Liette Harris is legally married to the defendant, but she claims after he left her for his ex, he started denying their 3 children. So Liette petitioned the court for a paternity test.
All right, so you were locked up because they knew you had to be high. And so, go ahead.
I got out June 4th, 2015. And maybe a few days after I got out, I went through her cell phone and seen that she was cheating with this guy. And so I questioned her about it, and she admitted that she was cheating. And
Did you question him?
He did not question me, Your Honor.
I said, did you question him?
Did I question him?
Yeah.
We weren't together
You
when
know
he
them
got
men
out.
behind bars, they be cheating
He
on
was
their
with
women.
Your Honor, this man went to jail with another girl.
You ain't the only one to cheat. Go ahead. Go ahead, sir. I'm sorry.
And
You were saying you accused her of cheating and
He was already in another relationship.
in jail?
When he went to
Who
jail,
was
when he
in
got
jail?
arrested, he was in a relationship with another girl. We weren't
Oh,
even
okay. I
together. We
thought
got
he was-
together 3 months after he
All
left
right.
her in
Let him
jail
finish,
because she
ma'am.
wouldn't come and
I
get
got
him.
all that. Let him finish.
this is
Go
exactly.
ahead. You talk very intelligently. I wish you to behave that way.
I do.
exact-
All
This
right.
is
No, I
exactly-
wish you would have because you had a child with him at what age?
16.
And then
Got
the
pregnant.
next one, the next year, 17. And then the next one, the next year. That's not behaving very intelligently. Go ahead.
And that's exactly what I just said, that we got together when I was incarcerated, because
Mm-hmm.
we was not together when I went in.
Okay.
And,
So you all got married when you got out?
Yeah, like 3 weeks later.
All right. And so tell me about the next child. March of 16, you had another child with her.
And
All right.
But a few months after we got married, I had went to stay with a couple of my friends.
And you ran again off on
Yep.
your kids?
Yeah.
Ran off on your kids?
Yeah.
First you put her out with the kids. This time you running off on them. Okay.
And then she told me that that this baby isn't mine. And said that the middle child, which is Jabron, said that he might not be mine either. It's actually why I left, because my friend told me this over the phone.
Told you what over the phone?
That the last kid is definitely not mine.
How he
And
know? Your friend, how
No,
did he know?
Right.
she.
How did she know?
Right.
That's what she told her.
She said that,
Once,
all right, so when
but
you
she-
asked her, what did she say?
No.
She said that the kid was mine.
Right.
Okay, so now what?
Well,
Right.
Why do you doubt it now? You said you believed it at first until her friend told you it wasn't. Now she's telling you it is. So what's the doubt now? You believe her friend over her?
no, that when she had him, that he just looked too dark,
Okay.
to be ours. And
All right, sir. And did you ridicule the child?
no,
You've never called the child's name that she
No.
that is so dastardly, I don't even want to repeat.
Yeah.
She
After.
just made this up?
Yeah, she had to because I could never do that.
Wow. He finally decided to come and see the boys, which I received $186 in child support, not even money. It was clothes and diapers for all 3 of the children since February, and that was as of July. He got mad because I put him on
You
child
all
support.
had 2 children before you married?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you all were staying together during the time you had those children?
Yes.
Was he working when you were having these children?
He was, Your Honor.
What type of job?
He was working at a warehouse when I first met him in Noonan,
You
and
think
then
that was enough to take care of a family of 4?
it was.
A family of 4, really?
It was, and then he was working at
You
another
made over
warehouse.
$25,000?
Yes, sir.
Yes. He was making good money.
And why didn't you go and seek child support
I
then?
did, and as of when I went to child support, that's when he started denying the other 2 as well.
All right. What do you want to say?
I mean, I'm just here to say that I didn't pop out of nowhere. Like, me and him had a very stable and good relationship during the time we had
And
a
then what?
relationship. And he did cheat on me, which is why I left him. I was very hurt by the situation.
You have a child
and
with
I was
him?
very immature at the time.
Do you have a child
Yes,
with
we
him?
have a child
Okay.
together.
And how old is your child with him?
She's 4,
So, and that child arrived what year?
2011.
All right. So you got 11, 12, 14, now 16. You all live together?
Yes, sir.
Prior to living together, were you receiving child support from Big Money? Why not?
I never.
Why
the
not?
thing was that when we broke
They
up,
said they said he made good money.
did,
Huh?
but I'm not
I
the
know.
type
Why didn't you get your
to-
money for the
to-
child?
because I was hurt at the time and I didn't want to
Oh,
have
so
nothing
you just
to do with
waved
him.
off your child's money. You didn't have anything.
I was
You didn't have to
working.
have anything to do with him. So he didn't give you any voluntarily?
He tried to come around. The thing is,
No,
I was.
give your money voluntarily.
No.
Big money, what happened?
I mean,
You all say you make so much money. What happened?
I tried
Why wasn't
to.
you giving money to her?
I tried to.
And what
She
happened?
didn't want
She
nothing
wouldn't take
to do
it?
with me. No.
How did you try?
I went to her house. Man,
You
we
got the address,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
I
why
mean,
did
I
you
was
put it in
staying
the
there.
mail?
I mean, it's an apartment. I mean, you have to have.
Oh,
a
they don't
key.
get mail at her apartment?
You just have to have a key.
Yeah. Let's get these tests. We got kids who don't know what they were doing and still don't know what they're doing. And both of you ladies have been played by somebody you all think is making good money and won't give you a dime for child support. So I'm gonna get you all out of here real quick.
Actually, why I left because my friend told me this over the phone.
Told you what over the phone?
That the last kid is definitely not mine.
How he
And
know? Your friend, how
No,
did he know?
Right.
She.
How did she know?
Right.
That's what she told her.
Plaintiff Leanne Harris is legally married to the defendant, but she claims after he left her for his ex, he started denying their 3 children. So Leanne petitioned the court for a paternity test.
1, 2, 3. Any more out there? Going once. Going twice. That's it?
Yeah,
You bring this mess to me. And ain't nobody, I don't care about you all, care about these children and primarily them not living in poverty. Here, take that over to her so she can see whose children it is and tell him. You tell him. I don't even want to talk to y'all no more. Coming here with this mess.
All 3 of mine are his. Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
You too. So, do you want to see your son now that's back there with brain problems?
I want to see proof.
Here you go.
Yeah, let me read it.
I am so proud that this has finally came to an end. There's all 3 of your DNA.
I mean, what a name.
It says 99.9%. Thank you so much.
Oh, well, I'm a plaintiff.
Thank you.